Farm News Media presents Farm News 5.
The Michigan Livestock Expo is underway. It's time to consider planting cover crops, and Michigan Ag Commodities' Chris Betz delivers his take on recent market activity. I'm Janelle Brose, and this is Farm News 5.
Farm News 5 is brought to you by Ford.
The 9th annual Michigan Livestock Expo is underway in East Lansing, with hundreds of young people from across the state vying for a share of the $20,000 in stockmanship awards.
Roughly 500 exhibitors that will move in over 1,000 head of their beef, sheep, swine, and goat projects. The kids are going to compete in showmanship, educational contests, as well as market classes.
So, your grand champion, Market Lamb, and it goes to Myers.
The expo will culminate with the Gala Celebration Auction Tuesday, July 18th. It is the highlight of the event, showcasing 32 youth who represent each of the 5 species.
The sale is open to the public. We encourage people that want to help support Michigan youth to come and bid on animals. You don't have to buy the champion animals. There's multiple opportunities to support kids just by bidding on their projects.
For more information about the Michigan Livestock Expo and to see the event schedule, visit milivestock.com. Now is the time to consider planting cover crops as wheat and small grain harvest approaches. Cover crops can be beneficial in a number of ways.
Some of the benefits that you could be looking for out of a cover crop include erosion control, either from wind or water. It could be nutrient scavenging, could be weed suppression. After you take off the wheat crop, there's definitely that window of opportunity for weeds to encroach and produce seed and create weed problems in the future. So having something to compete with those weeds might be a benefit you're looking for. Some people are looking at having something to optionally graze if animals are a part of your production system. Michigan State University has a cover crop website, covercrops.msu.edu. There's also a great regional group called the Midwest Cover Crop Council that has a website and a selector tool. So if you're just getting into cover crops and you want to look at your options based on your goals, there's an interactive tool where you can put in your location down to the county, and it imports climate information from there to tell you what cover crops might work best. You select your goals, and then it gives you a list of what cover crops might work best for your situation, and there are printable fact sheets with information about the cover crop, possible benefits, possible detriments, planting rates, things like that. There's also a cover crop field guide available through the Midwest Cover Crop Council, and you can find that on the website as well. There's lots of color photos in here, same kind of information as those fact sheets, but it's in kind of a convenient pocket size.
The Michigan Soybean Promotion Committee is devoted to investing soybean farmer checkoff dollars to address grower concerns. We focus our efforts on production research, market development, and outreach. Learn more at michigansoybean.org.
A Utah ban on photographing or filming agriculture operations in slaughterhouses has been declared unconstitutional by a federal judge, who says the law violates the First Amendment's free speech provisions. Supporters of the law say it was designed to protect the rights of private property owners. But in his ruling, the judge said while the agriculture industry has numerous constitutionally permissible tools at its disposal to protect itself, suppressing free speech isn't one of them. A rewrite of the law during Utah's next legislative session is expected. With a look at the latest market activity, here is Michigan Ag Commodities' Chris Betz.
Thanks, Janelle. It's been a bearish week for all three after the latest round of WASDE from the USDA on Wednesday, along with cooler and wetter extended weather models. Gains over the last 2 weeks were tied to drought in the plains spreading east into the Corn Belt. Wednesday, the USDA paid no real attention to the trend, leaving both corn and soybean yield unchanged. Trade had anticipated adjustments lower. Adding to bearishness, area harvested was increased for corn and soybeans as well. To be fair, it is still early July and there is a lot of time for weather to turn direction, but a lack of an adjustment whatsoever from the USDA seems a conservative approach. Regardless, corn and soybeans reeled back in from highs. The USDA appropriately represented the drought, with all wheat production dropping to 1.76 billion bushels from 1.82 in the USDA's June report. However, U.S. ending stocks for 2017 and 18 were both increased. Trade had anticipated decreases. Increased stock estimates came from decreases in domestic feed and residual use, as well as a decrease in exports. Chicago wheat followed suit lower in response. For more information, go to michag.com. For Michigan Agricultural Commodities, I'm Chris Betz.
For more news and video, visit MichiganFarmNews.com. With Farm News 5, I'm Janelle Brose. Have a great week of farming.